Hey y'all, it's Amy. It is Monday, March the 21st, 2016. I am 11 days post-operative. I had my surgery on March the 10th, 2016 at Rex Hospital in Raleigh, North Carolina. My surgeon was Dr. Michael Tyner. And the procedure that I had was a sleeve gastrectomy plus a biliopancreatic diversion with a duodenal switch. Highest weight ever was 401. My surgery weight was 379, and my current weight is 368 pounds. So since the beginning of my preoperative diet until today, I've lost about 33 pounds so far, which I'm pleased with. So hopefully that will continue and increase. So a couple of things. So today I went and saw Dr. Tyner at my first post-operative appointment. Had been a slight complication during my procedure, and which he was able to resolve during the procedure, but instead of gluing my incisions or using steri strips, he ended up doing staples. So today I went in and had all of my staples removed. I had about 25 staples across all of my incisions. I had 7 incisions. I also had a drain post-operative, which they removed prior to me leaving the hospital. So anyway, I went in today for my first appointment and they removed all the staples, and that was good. I was really nervous about the pain. I had heard, that there might be pain. I'm not sure. I had them in for like 11 days, so I was concerned about, oh my gosh, is skin starting to grow around them? Are they going to stick? Is it going to, be painful? So of course, I worked myself all up, and I was concerned, the anxiety was more than more than the actual pain. It didn't hurt at all. In fact, my husband was even telling me, just be prepared that the majority of them probably won't hurt, but you might have 1 or 2 that, stick a little bit, and they might be a little bit tender. But to be honest, out of the 25, none of them hurt me. I didn't feel anything weird. It didn't hurt. The worst part was when they used that little tool to kind of like clip them open, but no pain at all. And I took some pain medicine before I went. Nausea has been really good. I have not taken much nausea medication at all. A couple of times it'll come on, and when it does come on, it comes on quickly. So I have Zofran, so they're just little dissolvable tabs, pills that I can put on my tongue that taste gross, but it takes care of the nausea fairly quickly. Pain medicine, they gave me a big bottle of hydrocodone and acetaminophen. They gave me this big bottle, and I'm not sure if you can see, but the line is about right here. So I don't have a whole lot of it left, but that's kind of okay because I don't really need it that much. I did take some today before I went to my my doctor's appointment, but I probably didn't need it. So I'm running low on that. Everything seems to indicate that, I'm on the road to recovery, which is really nice. The doctor seems really pleased with my my progress so far. He says that my incisions are certainly healing really well. We went over, I've been able to hit my 64 ounces of liquid a day. I've been sipping like crazy. I've been drinking, and I've been hitting my protein goals. My goal with this procedure is to have between 80 to 100 grams of protein a day, which right now is no problem for me. I'll have 3 protein shakes a day. If each one has, 30 to 35 grams of protein, it's certainly easy for me to get 90 to 100 every day. I suspect that, once I start eating food, I'm not relying exclusively on protein drinks. That might be a little more difficult. Although I still would imagine that post-operatively, even after, my restrictions are sort of lifted, I will still continue to have protein shakes at least once a day, to kind of help supplement that, because that's kind of a lofty goal, 80 to 100. So it's all right. I found some ones that I really like. Everybody seems to really sing about Premier Protein, and they're okay. Actually, I really like Pure Protein. It's 11 ounces. You get 35 grams of protein from it. I like the vanilla one and the frosty chocolate. They also have cookies and cream, which I wasn't a big fan of. They have a strawberry one as well, which excuse me, which I didn't even try. I've tried some different brands of like the strawberry or the fruit flavored ones, but I find that they taste really synthetic, and I don't like them. It just does not taste like a strawberry shake to me, and I know strawberry shakes, let me tell you. So I'm not a big fan, but straight up, I like the chocolate ones. I like vanilla, and I also have some of those Torani sugar-free syrups that I use during my pre-op diet, and so sometimes I'll flavor a vanilla one with like some raspberry or peppermint or something like that. I've got Irish cream. I've got a whole bunch of them, so I think I can probably use those with the chocolate and vanilla ones as well. I'm still on just the B complex chewable multivitamin right now, and that's for the first 30 days post-op. And then after that, then I'll start introducing more and more of them, and I can get them all from the Envision store in the building where my surgeon's office is. What else can I say? Everything seems to be going okay. I've heard a lot of nightmares with people saying, oh, I'm so full all the time. And when I drink or when I eat something, yeah, I feel full, but it's not something like, oh my God, I'm full forever and I can't get any more liquids in. There's no way I can hit my 64. I have no problems. I start drinking or sipping as soon as I get up in the morning. And then, you know, in the earlier stages, I would have a nap, you know, midday. But I've got no problems. By, you know, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, I've hit all my liquids, I've hit all my protein, so it's not that difficult for me. And I don't know if that's a blessing or a curse, because I don't feel hungry all the time. But I feel fairly satisfied. So today, after I went to the surgeon's office, I was bad. There's a new Costco that just opened up the right near between my doctor's office, which is very close to my house, and my home. So we stopped at the Costco and checked it out for the first time. Although there's lots of things that I can't have yet. I'm still on, I guess technically I'm still on the full liquids diet, and I moved to pureed stages in a couple of days. But I wanted to see what kind of options they had there for me, you know, post-operatively in terms of food and stuff, like food choices. So, and there's plenty of stuff there that I'll be able to have. So I'm excited about that. But because it was brand new, it's only been open for like a week or so. Oh my God, the sample ladies were out in full force. They're like every aisle at the end of every aisle, there was just samples everywhere. Oh my gosh, it was awful. And I was feeling really brave, and I tried a whole bunch of samples. I'll just tell you how it is. The very first one I had some cheese, some goat cheese. They put it on a cracker. I didn't eat the cracker. I just had the cheese, and it was okay. We kept walking around. There was some turkey sausage. I had a piece of that. It was good. I had a piece of smoked salmon. It was really good. Yeah, and sometimes they give you crackers too. Like I said, I just didn't eat the crackers. I just had, you know, the protein. And I of course, I only picked the ones, because they're doing samples, right? So they have the packaging out. So I was taking a look at all of the nutritional information. If it had more than 10 grams of fat or sugar, I wouldn't even touch it. I wouldn't go near it. So that was kind of good. It was kind of a risky move, right? Because I know, oh my gosh, what happens if something happens? I felt some abdominal distress while I was there, but I felt pretty confident. I feel like my recovery is going really well. I haven't had any bad reaction to any food, and like I said, I don't know if that's a blessing or it's a curse, but I haven't tried anything. Like, I've been having some soup here at the house. Anytime I try it, I feel a little bit of the bubble guts happening. I can feel the, you know, stuff moving around down here, but like I've been able to hold it all down. I haven't felt nauseated. I haven't vomited. I haven't had diarrhea from anything like that. So I felt confident when I went into there and said, you know, I'm going to try a little bite of this, and I feel that it's going to be okay. And if not, then lesson learned, right? And I was comfortable taking that risk, but it was okay. So I didn't buy anything. Oh, I bought some Premier Protein vanilla shakes. I like the vanilla ones. I'm not too crazy about the chocolate ones, but the vanilla ones I like. And I also got some cottage cheese, because like I said, in a couple of days, I'm going to be able to move on to that stage and have that. I probably didn't. I was just more excited about checking out Costco than anything else. I probably didn't need to buy a 3-pound tub of cottage cheese, especially when I'm going to be eating 2 ounces at a time. But, you know, whatever, I did. I imagine I'm going to be trying some ricotta cheese. I did, on the way home, I also, because I was feeling very brave, we stopped at Taco Bell, and I got some refried beans, just like an order of refried beans. And I put on a little bit of hot sauce that comes with cheese on it, and I ate a quarter of it. So here it is. I ate a quarter of it. And in this is 4.5 ounces. So I suppose if I really wanted to, I probably could have had half of it. But I just wasn't feeling it. I know that I still have 2 more days on full liquids before I move on to this stage. But I paid attention to the rules. I set a timer, and I didn't have any water for 30 minutes before or 30 minutes after. So if I feel like trying some more of this later on, I got plenty of it. It was hilarious. Like, this little thing of refried beans, I think beans cost me $1.39. And if I can make 4 meals out of this, that's economics. I mean, the amount of money that we're saving, you know, for not going out to dinner, for not buying tons of groceries, and like I'm not really creating any garbage either. So my poor husband, he's eating plenty of regular stuff. He's not on this diet with me. He's not going through this with me. But, you know, he has said that emptying garbages now is his breeze before garbage day. And there's some recyclables because of, you know, things like this, like, you know, protein drinks. But we're saving a lot of money, which is nice. And I think I want to take that money and maybe put it towards a trip once I get to my goal weight, and maybe there's somewhere we can go. So saving a lot of money, and that's good. You know, months before surgery, I quit smoking too, because I didn't want to go through this at the same time, quitting smoking, and now you're going to take my food away from me? Oh, hells no. So I did that a couple of months in advance, and I'm so glad that I did. So I'm not smoking, and I'm not eating as much, so certainly saving a lot of money, which is really nice. One thing that I did want to touch on as a result of my doctor's visit today was a big one for me, and that was medication. So prior to my surgery, I have type 2 diabetes and as well as hypertension. So I was not taking any pills for my diabetes, but I was taking insulin multiple times a day, and you know, big quantities of it too. Since I've left the hospital, not taking a single thing. I am testing my blood sugars 4 times a day, and if it goes beyond a certain limit, which is I think 140, then I'm supposed to take some insulin. But I've been testing it 4 times a day, and it's never been over 140. In fact, it's really quite manageable. And I mean, I guess that's expected. I haven't been eating food, right? So I'm not eating food, so why would my blood sugar be high? But I imagine I'll continue to measure it and test it every 4 times a day, especially once I start eating food on a fairly regular basis. That'll be important. But I think I've brought down my baseline A1C down substantially since, or maybe not the A1C, maybe that's not the right word. My blood sugar, glucose or whatever, has come down considerably, the baseline, which is good. And I will go for an A1C probably in a month or 2. Another thing, so like I said, hypertension, I've always had really high blood pressure. And so I was on 3 different medicines for my hypertension. When I left the hospital, they told me to stop taking one of them, hydrochlorothiazide, because it's a diuretic and they didn't want me to get dehydrated. So I stopped taking that. I have been taking my blood pressure at least once a day since I've been home. We've got a blood pressure monitor here, so I've been taking that once a day, and I've been notating it all down. So I went there and I showed him, you know, the data that I've been collecting, and he said, okay, I want you to stop taking number 2. So now I'm only taking 1 pill for blood pressure, and he says, so let's stop. So he's telling me to stop another one today, and then I'll continue to keep, you know, checking it, and from there, if it's still low, then I can cut my last one that I have in half and continue taking that, and then continue to test, and then hopefully wean myself completely off of it. They just don't want to stop everything right away. But all signs point to, you know, this is one of the biggest reasons why I wanted to have the surgery, is because I'm 35 years old. I shouldn't have to take all this stuff. It's ridiculous. Yes, I'll be taking multivitamins forever. Yeah, I get that, but I don't want to be taking 3 different kinds of blood pressure medicines. That's crazy. So cutting back on that, not having diabetes or blood sugar issues right now, that's so nice. It's just so nice, and I'm really, really excited about it. I haven't been exercising at all yet, because I've been pretty sore from the staples and everything like that. But I would imagine that as we move forward, as I continue to lose a little bit more weight, now that the staples are out, I'm hoping that I'll start walking a little bit more, and then that'll just help everything kick it into high gear, lose even more weight, and then hopefully that'll improve the blood pressure situation, and then I can be completely, you know, medication free. And it's been years since I've been taking all that stuff, and it'll be quite refreshing to be off of it. So all things are looking up. You know, yesterday was the very first day of spring, and I posted on Facebook and that I was just so excited for the first day of spring. I'm so excited for rebirth and new beginnings. It was a tough road for the first couple of days, you know, especially being a virgin when it comes to surgery. I've never had surgery before. Didn't know what to expect. Of course, the anticipation. hurts you more than it really helps you. But I think even with the complication that I had with my surgery, the actual surgery itself, I think that my recovery has been really great. I feel strong. I feel confident. So I'm just really encouraged by all of this. So far, so good. So we're just going to keep trucking along, keep doing my thing. And that's about it. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else that I want to talk about in this update. So I had this was supposed to be my 2-week post-operative consultation or meeting with my doctor. So we had that. Next week I have to go to a soft diet class. So as of Thursday of this week, so in a couple of days, like I said, I'm going to move on to that pureed stage of my diet, which I will do for a week. And then after that is when we start talking about soft food. Soft foods like tuna, soft scrambled eggs, things like that, like real food, real food, not just, refried beans and cottage cheese and ricotta cheese. So everybody is required before they can go into the soft foods, that they have to go to this class in which they'll kind of talk to you about making that transition from the pureed foods to the soft foods. And then again, they'll talk a little bit about moving from soft foods to regular foods without having any restrictions. Certainly there's some information and some tips and tricks and stuff to be aware of. So I'll go to that next week. And then after that, my next follow-up isn't until my 3-month follow-up, which will be in June, I guess. So everything's going really well, and fingers crossed that everything's going to keep going well. I'm just ready to keep working this program, but I think I'm probably one of the fortunate ones that I haven't had a difficult time getting all my liquids in, getting my protein in. Like I said, I hope that's not a curse in the sense that I'll stretch my sleeve or be able to eat too much. And I don't think it will, just because when I do eat something, whether it be soup or, when I was eating these refried beans, I felt my body say stop. Like, I felt it was like, Amy, enough. You're done. So when I felt that, okay, I stopped. And the stuff that I have been having hasn't, been disagreeing with me. So it's not like my body's rejecting stuff. So I think it's good. So we'll just keep it up, and I'll provide you guys with an update when I've got one. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch up with you all later. Okay? Thanks. Bye.